Once both cabinets were assembled, I moved on to the painting, and for this I'm using Valspar paint in their wood and metal interior range in the shade Cape Verde. I've never used their paint on furniture before, so I was a little apprehensive at first, but it's actually really nice paint to work with. All I did was use a paintbrush to get into the edges and then used a smooth headed roller for the rest. You'll be able to see from the continuous clip that by the time I'd completed the first coat, I could apply the second coat straight away, which was really handy and saved a lot of time not having to wait in between for each coat to dry. To protect the sideboard and to give it more durability when it comes to bumps or scrapes, I used an interior wax finish varnish. Using wax is perfectly fine too, but I had some of this left over from when we painted the kitchen cupboards, so decided to use it instead. All you do is dilute it with a little bit of water and apply using a paintbrush, and after 2 coats you'll be good to go. Once everything dried, I was able to move on to the design part. I had an idea in my head of what I wanted, but the design was just completely masked out freehand, and I just went with whatever I ended up doing, which turned out to be pretty good in the end. The wider tape in the footage is frog tape, and the thin tape is an unbranded craft tape I had in a drawer, but it just goes to show how good frog tape is because it left really nice, crisp, clean lines, whereas the unbranded tape didn't do that, and it allowed for some bleed, which is a shame. For the gold part of the cupboards, I'm using Rustoleum's furniture paint in gold. I found it didn't go on too well with a roller, so I ended up using a brush instead. It's quite thin paint, so I did have to do about 3 or 4 coats. I couldn't find any gold pin legs in stock on eBay, so I ended up buying black ones instead, and I brought this gold metal effect spray paint from ALDI and used it to turn the legs gold. Once the legs were dry, I was able to attach them to the outer corners of each cupboard. To join the 2 cabinets together, I had some timber strips in the garage which were the perfect length. I don't have much footage unfortunately of the finishing touches, but I screwed 1 piece at the front and 1 at the back, as you can see in the picture. To make it extra secure, we added some screws on the inside connecting the 2 sides together. The last thing to do is to measure out where you want your handles and attach them. I got these lovely bee handles off eBay and think they match the cupboard perfectly. And there you have it. Now stand back, admire your work and wait for all the comments to come flooding in when people see it. It's such a great conversation starter. Thanks for watching. Check out the blog linked below where you can find all the instructions there too. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more and feel free to drop me a comment below. See you next time.